Hey, how you feeling this morning, King?
Oh man, extraordinary.
Extraordinary, blessed, yes.
Yo, bless, man, bless.
Yo, I'm live on this getting this right on this IG as well.
You on there? Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
see it popped up.
Man, let's get it going, dog. It's been a nice little minute, man. Hey,
Yeah.
life has definitely been life, and bro, I've been meaning to contact you, man, and then between my space in between work and the kids and I meant to hit you last night. By the time I was gonna hit you, it was like 8, 9 o'clock. I was getting back from his practice. I'm like, I know he at work.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna hit him. I'm just gonna hit him in the morning.
Man, you know, man, like
Peace.
life and man, been doing what it do, man. So you know, it is what it is. We're here now.
Hey, but look, you know,
This is the request over to
okay, in the process of that life, because the resistance allows me to know that I'm here.
Oh yeah, the resistance is the great thing about it.
Yeah.
Man. That's right.
That's like working out without no weights, or without doing 100 push-ups, doing 3. Like you don't feel that.
Facts.
Turn this down. We looking good over here. Make sure I'm set up over here.
Yeah, we good on both. We good on both of mine.
Hey man, hey, I'm excited. I got a couple little things to build with my brother about,
Okay.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
We might as well set this thing off. Let's get it going.
We start with prayer. You already know, man. Father, Lord, we come to you this morning, Father, Lord. Thank you, Father, for another blessed day. Giving us another opportunity, Father, to be great, be extraordinary, Father. We ask, Father, that you put yesterday behind us, Father, and just focus on the day. As we as we come to you, leaning on you for our strength, Father, when we feel weak, Father, we just want to thank you, we love you and need you. In the almighty name we pray. Amen.
Amen. And listen, for anybody that's tuning in for the first time, y'all are tuned into the extraordinary. When we say extraordinary, we mean extraordinary morning show. We don't do average nothing. We don't do mediocre. We don't do subpar. We don't do none of that. And it starts out within our brains. It starts out in our thoughts. Me and this brother developed this concept for this show from years of us communicating and having like minds and figuring out solutions and talking about problems. And we thought that it was time to be the change that we wanted to see on this internet. So that's why we're here right now. Extraordinary Morning Show. Let's go.
Extraordinary Morning Show. Let's kick it off, baby. Let's go. You can dive right into it, man. I know you've been.
Hey.
Something that you know,
So
put together you want to talk about.
So
man.
a lot lately is a lot of things I deal with is personal development and personal growth, and a lot of it is with mindset.
Yeah.
And when people use the word manifesting, right? We manifesting things. People be like, man, I manifested a lottery ticket and I ain't won yet. Bitch, I manifested this new job and I ain't did this yet. I've been manifesting this and I ain't did. Well, a lot of the times it's because we're not properly aligned with our goals. You know what I'm saying? We're not properly aligned with our goals. So people think when we manifest things in the space of saying, okay, I'm gonna manifest $1 million and it's gonna come. Nah, it's like praying without doing the work. After we begin to do this manifestation, we got to start putting the actions for it to bring in the awareness, right? And the awareness. So say we trying to manifest a new job and we trying to manifest new money, but subconsciously we thinking that we ain't gonna get no new job. Or subconsciously, we thinking we gonna stay broke. Or subconsciously, we thinking the total opposite. These two feelings cannot occupy the same space at the same time in order for one to come up and to grow. Any type of way there's a negative and there's a positive feeling, your subconscious doesn't even already believe that you have this blessing coming. You don't even believe in it. That's why we say, thank God in advance. We thank God in advance, because that's how we manifest. The blessing is already bestowed upon us. You know what I'm saying? So we see it in our minds and we thank God and we go out here and do the work and we pray that we see the vision when it comes to us. A lot of people have been saying, oh yeah, I've been manifesting this and it ain't working because you're not working.
Facts.
And that's what I wanted to start with, bro.
That's the part of looking for the overnight success, right?
Right.
So when you plant that seed, because manifestation is from planting the seed. It's from the mental, right? You plant the seed, but you gotta actually water the seed, you gotta nurture it, right? You gotta take care of this. You gotta change the soil, because sometimes them bad thoughts come up, right? It's like the soil is bad now.
Right.
So you need fertilizer, right? You need some fertilizer. You gotta get a shovel. You gotta turn the dirt over, right? Sometimes you gotta take the old seed out, put a new seed in,
Right.
right? And then you work on it again, because yes, a lot of negative thoughts pop up, and at the same time as we create good positive thoughts. But the negative thoughts a lot of times override the positive thoughts, and it confuses the frequency of the lane, you know, and we find ourselves, that happening to ourselves often, over and over again. And then at times we find ourselves where we see the frequency is balanced, and you see stuff flourishing in your life, and you connecting and things coming to you. And then you get thrown back off because life happens again.
Right.
And when life starts happening, we don't know how to keep that same focus at times, because it be some rough things going on in individuals' lives. And it's tough, but them the times when you really got to lock in and focus, even for you to manifest that. And understand, when a person say manifest that, it don't mean it happens in 6 months, 9 months. It could be a year, 3 years, 5 years.
Right.
Bruh, everybody's life is different to when it's time to receive their blessings from what the works they've been putting in.
Right.
You know, manifestation is not an overnight thing. See, a lot of times when we talk about the lottery and stuff like that, people think somebody with the lottery just played it that one time and they just hit the lottery.
Right. Right.
They've been playing that joint, wasting money for years on that lottery. Spending. There's people playing the tickets every day, bro. And a couple of times they hit out of a month, maybe once sometimes, but sometimes they don't hit for months on end.
But think about this. Then you get that one person that was just riding home from work that one day, don't even need to win the lottery. It's just something was perfectly aligned and said, let me just run in this store. I was supposed to go home, but something told me to make this left and go into this store. And that's the motherfucker that go in there and hit the $9 million lottery. Because he was aligned. See, what happens with these manifestations is what happens when you chase. Word chase means to run after it. When we chase these things, that means we're chasing it. It's the law of attraction. Nothing comes to you that you chase. You got to put it out there into the world and then just do. You know what I'm saying? And then another thing that I personally been embracing and developing is understanding that an attitude of gratitude is the only path to get everything we ever wanted in life. You know why? Because the universe responds to happy energy. The universe, so when you putting out, when you're in a place of gratitude, especially waking up in the morning, I'm happy to be alive. I feel my heartbeat. I'm happy for my family. I'm happy for my team. I'm happy for my broke car. I'm happy about these things. You're putting off this good energy into the world, and the world responds to that energy. You understand? The world responds to when we in an attitude of gratitude. You know why? Because the world does. If you're in a negative space, you can't receive anything good. If you're not in a place of positive gratitude, you won't even see it. So I think it's very important to stay like every day. Like it's not just saying get up in the morning and be like, yo, I'm grateful for my life. It's to feel that and embrace it, because once you feel it, what you feel, you attract. And what you attract, you become. You understand? Right. Word up.
Right. No, that's true. But being that part of that gratitude, right? Being grateful for what you have now in life. For the thing you have now, right? To where you at now in your life. So no matter if you're going through a storm, right? You gotta look at the storm as God is working. He's working something out for you. You feel me? Some things need to be moved around. Some things need to be shifting up. And it might be a terrible storm right now for a lot of us. You know what I'm saying? Things just ain't hitting, but God is working. If you believe it and start understanding that what you're going through is for a reason, then now you can be grateful for where you're at in life. But you got to understand, like, yo, it's a reason why I'm going through this. Whatever reason, I need to figure it out, or God show me. You know what I'm saying? What is it I need to do to fix this, to get through this? Because everything we go through, man, is a reason. There's no coincidence why we go through the things we go through.
Yo, and somebody was saying to me the other day, I was listening to one of my guys I really rock with. He said, when we start, and I want to say this for the new year too, because when we start putting out these intentions and we start putting out these goals and you know these resolutions, we got to be clear on what it is we actually are going after. We got to be very, very clear and very, very intentional. Especially these, like, closing out these next few days, we are going into a new year. Everybody's saying the new year, the new mind. You've been saying this for the longest time. we got it's if you going into this new year and you just warming up for it right now, we already been lost, bro.
Yeah.
You already, I mean, it's gonna take you another 2 weeks just to get ready for the new year, to get into the new year.
Yeah. You gotta be prepared, but that's why we talk about being prepared a lot, right? So you don't have to get ready. So if you stay prepared, you don't have to get ready. And that's what the journey is about, though. The journey that we talk about is about staying prepared. Staying prepared to everything that's going on, man. You know what I mean? No matter what's going on. But being prepared to be able to handle it and take it on. Being able to take on the stressful times, man, the hard times, whether you're in business for yourself, whether you don't have a job, whether at the job you at, you want to move up the ladder, whatever it is, it could be stressful for you right now. Business might not be bringing in what you wanted to bring in, and you can be frustrated right now. But if you just keep working, keep believing, man, in due time, you're going to reap the benefits from it. And going into the new year, see, when we go into the new year, it's the adjustment of self, but you got to be already working on that. You got to be having emotion going into the new year. See, most people don't start their life until January 2nd because they're going to go out on the 31st, they're going to party, right? They're going to be drunk, toe up. So on the 1st, they're going to relax. So on the 2nd, people are going to get up, and that's when they're going to start their new year. Just that time is when it starts. But they're not going to start. What they're going to do is repeat what they did on the 30th, the 31st, and the 1st. Even if they ain't drinking or not, what they're going to do, their mind going to be comfortable and in a place of stagnation of what they've been doing. See, we only could do what we used to doing, right? So if you're comfortable with something and have not been getting out your comfort zone, you're only going to continue to do that no matter what you say I'm going to do for New Year's. If you be like, yeah, if I'm telling you right now, your New Year's, I'm going to start working out. If I haven't started working out, when New Year's the first comes, I'm not going to start working out. Because something else is going to stop me from working out. Because in the back of my mind, something's like, not today, I can do it tomorrow.
Hey, and listen, and this goes right on top of that. I had made this post last week. The shit said, stop thinking so much and do. Success follows actions, not thoughts. Man, you can't think yourself healthy. You can't meditate yourself healthy. You know what I'm saying? You can't meditate yourself rich. You can't pray yourself rich. I don't care who you is.
Facts, right?
I don't care who you is. I don't care if you Gandhi, my nigga, like for real. You cannot do that. It's not what you can do is train yourself mentally to be prepared for the task that you just asked God to give you. See, Matt, this is what I was gonna say before. Imagine when you ask for these blessings and you ask for these manifestations, right? And we're not aware of what we asking for. Imagine when you order a UPS package and then order from Amazon, that shit come to your door and you don't answer the door and you know it's right there knocking. That's what it is with these blessings that we get. Sometimes we just don't know the form that they in. When we ask for these blessings, we got to be prepared to do the work and we got to be open to receive.
Yeah.
A lot of times, especially people like you and I'm not good at receiving. Like, yo, man, you doing a great job, man. Congratulations on you. I'm like, man, nah, that's all right, but I'm doing better. But you doing a good job because I'm not. Sometimes we got to say, you know what? Thank you, brother. Because we need to be able to receive. When do we get the feeling the encouragement from getting our flowers if we always so hard on ourselves?
Fact, that's true.
You know what I mean?
And we had that conversation a lot about not beating ourselves up.
Right.
And understanding about the works that we are doing and each day. Because even when we're going through something, like we can have conversations, we build, and we still can see great things growing out of it.
Right.
You know, going through our struggles, we still see some wonderful things that's taking place. And I think that's just us, like our bringing up or always having to be tough, right? Yeah. Always having to be so tough, always, or having to show that, or portray that you're so tough, right? And not really showing a weak spot and showing vulnerability in certain things, right? And I feel that we don't accomplish certain things until we actually see it physically in the amount of whatever it could be for the individual. You feel what I'm saying? Whether it could be the cars they drive, the type of clothes they wear, whether it be the money, first until we see this type of things, like tangibly see them with our eyes, see them. You feel me? It's not we don't embrace the unseen.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Like we don't embrace the unseen. Like, yo, the works I'm putting in, I know it's gonna bring this. You feel me? But we still going through it because we ain't seeing it like this. You ain't looking at your bank and the account and like, woo, you feel what I'm saying? Or you ain't driving a car, you might have them on. And a lot of times that's where we get stuck at. We get stuck at materially seeing it right in our hands or right in our eyes, looking at it and not understanding that it comes from the unseen. the vision, right? Already believing and feeling that you have that. Already look at your phone, your account, and believing that you have that in your account. You know what I'm saying? And that's where the manifestation comes out, because you gotta believe before you can achieve.
Well, think about it. Think about it like this too. Just to add on to that, then that's 100% on par. But it all starts with faith and belief in yourself. We believe in a God that we can't see, starting from the very beginning.
Yeah.
But where they say God at?
Self.
You can see yourself. You can see yourself. We can see ourselves. We looking right at ourselves. We looking at God, man.
Yeah.
God is through us.
Yeah.
God is through us. So that's what I'm saying. We gotta believe, because if we don't believe in ourselves, we can't believe in God either.
Yeah, we have to, but to certain individuals, that's the hard thing for people to do, is believe in themselves. A lot of people look from the outside, or look for people on the outside to validate them, to tell them what they're doing, or what they should do, or to say, oh look, you did this,
I think that's because even myself, sometimes I forget this saying, but I used to have to tell myself this when I was trying to get jobs, being a convicted felon. My past does not define me, nor does my situation, nor do where I come from. Yo, I'm about to post a picture today that I took when I was standing on East Paul Street in Trenton before I came out here. It was a picture of my stove. Yeah. I had it, no, bro. You wouldn't put no food in there. Nobody would. I almost was a step away from not having a stove. But I look at that all the time just to remind myself. When times is dark, we gotta believe, man, because this is not our situation. This is somewhere that we're at. This is not who we are.
Yeah,
this is where we at. We can change that.
Temporary.
It's temporary. If you allow
it. But if you could see it that way and approach it that way.
Right.
Most people can't approach their situations that way, bro. It's very challenging for a person to approach their situation and like, this is just temporary. Because you understand how we've been trained to think, or how we've been taught, right? Or what we saw growing up, or what became our vision as we became adults. You know what I mean? That's the hard part right there. Because what you start believing and what you start doing is basically what you've been seeing around you, and your environment will shape you. From growing up from home, from school, from friends, to whoever you might look up to, admire, whatever books you might read, whatever TV shows you might watch, whatever it is influenced you in some type of way. People might say it don't, but if you really sit back and pay attention, if I watch a TV show every day, consistent, that TV show going to influence my thinking some type of way.
Some type of way.
I'm going to take on something from that. And people might say, oh no, I don't get that, it's just entertainment. No. That's going to shape you and form you in a way that you ain't even going to understand. That's like when you sit back and you watch Sports Fanatics, right? They can tell you everything about players for years on out, bro. How many points they used to score a game, because they were so attached to that. You feel what I'm saying? To doing that. And then you get individuals who just, like in life, right? When we approach that part, we're talking about being stuck in a situation and trying to look at it different, like, yo, this is only temporary. We've been so bottled up with so much pain, so much hurt, so much animosity, so much anger, man, inside of us, man, from young that we never healed. So how can we look at this situation different?
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? For us to even get it out, me personally, for me to get it and look at things different where I'm at, bro, I had to heal from inside first. But my change had to start from inside, bro. The self-development, right? The self part. That means I had to start from inside to renew myself, to become new again. I had to start from inside. I had to clean out a lot of things, man.
With me, the first thing was realizing that I was the real problem. And in order for me to move forward and be better, I can't do it. Everything that I was doing to that point in my life got me right to where I was at. Regardless of how good at it I thought I was, regardless of how smart I thought I was, everything at that point when I was looking at that damn stove had got me to right there. And I had a lot of success in them points prior up to it. But Styles P had said one thing. He said, I'm a very circular individual, meaning I'm 360.
Yeah.
I'm 180. 180 of me has been operating from a very negative portion of my life. I've been operating from this very negative side for most of my life. Now, I've been doing positive things in here, but I've been operating from here. I've been selling drugs. I've been hurting people. I've been robbing. I've been out here in these streets. I was a good kid, had a great heart. You understand? These last few years, I've been operating from a complete different side. And you can tell through that. All my actions show it, the way I speak show it, my career show it, my life show it, my family show it. Everything shows from this side I'm operating from, and I still got a lot more to go on that side. So I've spent 25 years on this side, and I've been 15 years, 10 years here. So when I started putting it in that perspective, it really started with me and saying, I know I gotta make a change because I want more. And the person that I am right now isn't equipped to go to the next level, my guy. I wasn't ready.
But that's every day. Like somebody was hitting in the wrong, I couldn't get the whole thing what they were saying. But
oh, sorry, my bad.
Every day we renewing ourselves, right? Every day, every hour, like they said, every hour is an opportunity, right, for a new experience to grow and learn. And they hit it on the head, and that was just dope. I'm trying to catch it, like my stream kind of a little all blurry on their name and stuff. But that's a fact, right? Because all the time, bro, you gotta constantly fight to renew yourself. Right? Because you learn there's new experience happening, there's new thought patterns, right? And you're trying to wash out a lot of your old thoughts that'll take you back to what you used to do, right? It'll draw you back into what you used to do. And sometimes separation is key because a lot of people want you to be the same old individual, yo.
Right, yeah.
Some people just want you to, they miss or they looking for something, thinking you're supposed to be the same. It don't mean I'm better than you because I'm saying I changed my life. I'm just saying this is what I want for my life. If you feel your life is cool the way it is, then it's cool.
Well, can I answer? Can I add on to this? Hey, bro, can I add on to this?
Yeah.
This is the main reason why a lot of people, including us at a certain point, didn't know and didn't have no end goal or no outcome or no end goal. Because let me tell you, this is the key thing. Because a lot of times people don't even know what they want in life. They don't know where they want to go. You don't have no purpose. You don't have no goal. So you just go on with whatever happens in life. And if you got a goal strong enough, it's not strong enough to stick to it. Once we got once we got something set, and that's the purpose, right? A lot of people don't have purpose. Without goals and purpose, we have no direction. So the people that don't got no purpose and people ain't got no direction, they just sitting here just like going, just wishy-washy, man. Wishy-washy because they don't know.
But that starts when we're young. But look, in school, they always ask us when we was young. We probably was young, 4th, 5th grade, right? Who you want to be when you grow up, right?
Right.
When you say who you want to be, when you say who you want to be, or you wrote on a piece of paper or drew something on a piece of paper, right? Who helped you? Who guided you and gave you direction to become that? No. If I put on a piece of paper, I want to be a firefighter, right? Who gave me the information I needed, right? Who gave me the skills I needed to end up becoming a firefighter? When people be like, I want to be a police officer in 4th and 5th grade. Who gave us the right tools to help us become a police officer, right? When a person said, I'm going to go off to college, who really equipped us with the right things to actually go off to college that young? Most people, it haven't happened to, bro. It haven't happened when kids have a dream so young and we say, yo, who you want to be when you grow up? They really don't know by time from 8 to 12. They might say by 20, 13 to 16, it's clueless. Because now they growing into themselves and they growing into whoever they're going to become. For a minute, you feel what I'm saying? Because if we're not equipping them with these things, saying who you want to become, what you want to do when you're older, what's this, what's that, and then when they say it, if we're not guiding them on that path and directing them and giving them the tools to become that, how can they become it?
And again, man, another reason I'm gonna bring it to this is why I appreciate you. I appreciate this show. I appreciate the information because as we continue to build, we digging into the minds and we getting deeper and deeper into these questions, and we kind of laying this all out for somebody that's possibly watching that can actually get this, man, because this is problem solving 101. This is us working through stuff. This is not us just saying how do you manifest this or how do you get to a situation. This is the thought process of how we go through situations that we're explaining right here. So I just wanted to say that because it's very interesting to hear the process, because a lot of people don't get the process and sometimes they don't have the tools. And what I think we're doing right now is showing some tools that we personally use.
Bro, I had wonderful parents, 2-parent household, bro, a mom and a father, bro. I was a grown-ass man, bro. 2, right? But, right, you know what the motto was, bro? And there's nothing wrong with it, right? But you know what the motto was? Graduate school and get a good job. That was the motto. You know what I mean? I followed some of it to an extent, but that was the motto. I made my own rules once I got 18. You know what I'm saying? I started doing what I felt like I wanted to do. But growing up, right, the motto was, listen, no, you got to get you to school, you get a good job, and you gonna be good. That was the motto. Bro, wasn't no talk about on.
And you know when that model switched up? Once you finally got that job at like 15, 16 years old, and you realize that job, you can't buy no car with that. You realize with that job, you can't even go buy a pair of Timbs with that money. You realize you get that check.
But no, things like that. But then the environment shapes you different.
Yeah.
Right? The outside environment starts shaping your mind different.
100%.
But the point is saying, no, it wasn't like you could say we could tell a person all the time, but graduate students get a good job. What does that really mean?
Doesn't mean nothing.
What does it really mean? What's a good job? You get what I'm saying? What is a good job? You feel as kids young and we don't understand how do we know what really is a good job?
All we know is what we see.
What's a good job? You feel me? Okay, I see my parents working hard, both of them, day in, day out. So is that a good job? Is that called a good job, or is they just doing what they need to do to give us our necessary needs to take care of themselves and make sure roof over our head? You feel what I'm saying? Or is that a good job?
Look.
Right, and this is what happened. My pop told me that. My pop was a manager at a garbage company, supervisor of a garbage company, whatever, for years, bro. And my pop told me one time, when he like, you 18, I'm gonna get you in the garbage company. I said, hell no, I don't want to throw no garbage. You feel what I'm saying? No, and my mom already knew, and I respected my dad. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm trying to say the first. When I got 18, I have ended up getting a state job. Right? It was a little more comfortable for me. I wasn't state dressed. I don't want to really come home from doing the trash. And this ain't no shot at nobody now, because I love what my dad did. You feel me? I love him for the man he was and everything that he provided for me and my family. But at the same time, I did not want to do that job, bro. To me, that was some shit that just didn't fit me.
Right.
So when you like, I'm gonna get you, I'm like, no. He
said,
all right, what you gonna do? So I took the state job instead. You feel me? Now I'm gonna go to the state. This ain't more comfortable. I can still wear my regular clothes. I ain't gotta come out and smell like garbage. I used to see my dad come in exhausted, but he put work in all leaving out at 4 to 1, but throwing trash or then we became the supervisor, riding around, make sure everybody good. But that's just something I ain't want. You feel me? So when you try to give me that, I didn't want that. You know what I mean? That's just something I didn't want, man. And I think when we start talking to our kids and we're trying to put them on that path, because if we don't put them on the path and give them the tools for what they're trying to do, when they get older, they can make their own decisions. But if they mention something right now today, and you not, that's like kids now. I tell you, if your kid into sports, football, basketball, if you're not really diving into this kid, like getting him trained, getting him to this here, this league, putting them over here, sending them over here, you only limited the kid, and if the kid can be good, right, real good, you only limited the kid to be a star in the area.
Yeah.
He's not a star nowhere else. Because he leave the area and never been out and never really got training out like that. Somebody else who's been training, doing this and that, they're going to bust, they bust.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It's important for the investment. So what type of investments do we make even in ourselves that we make in our kids to even when we ask them type of questions? That's like if I ask a grown person, who do you want to be, right? What do you want to do? And if you can't direct them in the right place to help them out with what they want to do, then what is it?
And it's sad because a lot of I just was watching something the other day. A lot of kids have parents that's not invested at all, and that's rather they dealing in poverty or the rich. And again, man, it goes back to that purpose driven, man. Like a lot of people don't even know what it is they want for themselves, let alone their kids, man. And like we feeding them all these horrible foods and candies, and then we just doing just enough for them. Or even not even enough at all, and it's actually sad because they're the ones that are impacted by it. Because again, think about us growing up, like me growing up on Hermitage Avenue, on Edgewood Avenue in Trenton, New Jersey. You know what I mean? I went out to my friend's crib in Lawrence one time. That was like a whole different world, bro. I'm like, yo, niggas got pools, they got pool tables in their crib. Parents are doing this, and it was just like, wow. So. The thing I always commended my mom on is she always made sure I had different types of friends. She always would tell me to nothing racist, but she always would tell me watch out for my white friends because they she always kept me sharp. Yeah. But I always had different type of friends, always did different type of things, so I was always exposed to to a little bit more than a lot of the people on my street was where I was coming up. But then they'll look at me because I'm out there on rollerblades and I'm listening to different types of music, and they like, oh man, he white, man. Look at Beat, man. What's wrong with people? I'm like, man, I can't win.
Yeah, but that's how it shapes though. But purpose, bro, everybody got a purpose. We just gotta tap into it, find what we like to do. A purpose is basically doing something that you love and don't call work. You feel what I'm saying? Where you create a service to help individuals. I mean, people's purposes be different, man. Everybody got different callings in life, and it's just who find it. It's a million people went to the graveyard with a lot of talent, man. A lot of talent. And they never
one thing I suggest people do, and I suggest they do it ASAP, is really dial in with yourself and figure out what it is. And like I always tell my son, you got to ask yourself, what's your purpose on this team? What value do you bring to this team? What value do you bring to this world? You know, when you die, what do you want to be remembered as? You know what I'm saying? What do you want people to say about you? Those are things that align with your purpose. You know, and unfortunately, it'd be kind of hard to find work to line up with your purpose. You know why? Because we start too late. We start getting these kids to start doing what they love, and man, we live in a complete different time right now.
Yeah.
We live in a time we ain't gotta go. You ain't gotta go to get out of high school and go straight to college and this. I mean, we got these phones. We got this, man. We got so many ways that these kids can flourish.
Yeah.
And you know, again, like you were saying, bro, it's up to us to invest and put that into them.
Yeah, that's even us as grown people. It's up to us to invest in each other, right?
Yes, sir.
You see somebody passionate enough and you can help them, and you know, helping meaning you give people some advice, right? Or you can point them in the right direction, right? Or along the lines that they ask you for some type of help or some type of service that you might can't give them, but you know somebody can help them, or you know, because that's what we're afraid of as adults, man. We're afraid to ask for help. We're afraid.
Can't be afraid, man. Hey, that's some male ego, male pride shit, man. That shit will leave you right where you at.
But you know why though? Because people are, we grew up where we feel when you need help that people are talking about you, right? People are down, you know, stuff like that. But the true facts of life is we all need help, right? No matter what.
We all need help, man.
But we all still get it. We got mentors that we look up to, right? There's some great leaders, right? No matter you got pastors at the church, no matter you got the imam, no matter God bodies, whatever. It's a list of things you can name that people might be under, they believe in, but it's these things is what can help you, right? What can help you grow and flourish and find your true self. If you actually having dialogue with these individuals and being truthful with them about what's going on and what you need help with, I'm sure they will direct you in the right place and give you all the help they can give you. You know, but it just approaching it, man, with wanting to change. Like you said, you have to want it. Person can give you anything, man, and say it over and over to you. But if you don't want it, you ain't gonna go get it, man.
And understand, when we say want it, we mean saying to the point of, when at least with me personally, when I say I want something, I know it's not gonna be easy. Ain't nothing in life easy, man. So when we say we want something, be ready to embrace the challenges that come along with it. Because the first obstacle, the first wall, we can't bail out. We can't jump shit, man. Your business, your family, your life deserves, I say this all the time, it deserves 1,000,000% of you. It deserves, you are worth it to wake up a couple minutes earlier, go to sleep late to work on you. You are worth it to take a minute out of your job on your break and go and do something personal development. You are worth it to read and learn. You worth it. We worth it. We just gotta believe we worth it, because once we start believing that, that's what we project, and then we start doing different shit. Different things start happening to us because we believing it in our minds. We training our minds to be disciplined. We training our mind to be focused. We training our mind to go after what it is we want, no matter what. And that takes special people, man. And we all are extraordinary people.
Hey, you just killed it, man. I think our time coming up, I gotta get ready for class, man. But I think you just hit it on the head, man. You just put the nail on it, baby.
That's what it is, bro.
I ain't really going to even say too much off that, but just to get to the thing for me to close out on, man, just, man, we all here today for a reason, man. We all blessed, man. Beyond words, man. Right? We all extraordinary. We all heroes in our own right. We all have the opportunity, man, to become better today, right? To become better. Not tomorrow. Yesterday. We talk about 1% better today. We ain't gonna say what happened tomorrow. So we saying we have the opportunity to become 1% better today, right? whatever happened yesterday, you have the opportunity now to work on some things to fix it, right? To get you closer to your destination, get you closer to your family, closer to a new job, closer to a new, whatever it is, whatever. So all I'm saying is just 1% better today, man. I'm gonna leave out that, just 1% better. That's me, man. You got anything you want to close it?
Nah, man, we good, man. We hopefully be able to lock back in Friday.
And we gonna catch y'all. We lock back in Friday. We back Friday morning, man. 5:45 a.m., man.
Hey, look, move with purpose and have an extraordinary. Make today extraordinary. Today's an extraordinary day. Man.
Hold on, you guys can say that. Say that part. You gonna say move it. Go ahead, yeah, give them that.
Move with purpose, man. Make today extraordinary. Don't. It's not like it's going. We gonna make today
right
good.
There. Move, make today, huh?
Make today extraordinary. It's not. If you leave it up to the day, it's not gonna be extraordinary.
And move with purpose. That's the one. That's the thing for this today, man. Move with purpose.
Move with purpose. Move with purpose.
Move with purpose. And we're gonna see y'all Friday morning, man. We back at it. We're gonna catch y'all next Friday, man.
Peace. One love, bro.
One love.